Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to the Commonwealth cabin. We have so much going on, I don't even know what the title of this video is going to be. We've got a massive screw up. I messed this thing up big time. Haven't done this in a long time. Only did it once last year. This is one of my absolute least favorite mix-ups on eBay. I just hate it when this happens. Got that going on. We've got some reseller rally announcements going on. I have a brand new sponsor that I cannot tell you how excited I am about it. You might not be, but I am, and I can't wait to tell you about that. And we've got some eBay changes. We do have $600 in sales. Let's take a look. And it's raining outside, and No Name's the only cat that likes to go outside in the rain, so he's in here visiting with me. Sold a Scopatone out of the part-time picker bin, a Zippo Scopatone, a small Zippo, and that one right there sold for 40 bucks. I think that was Maryland. Maryland, thank you. I'm pretty sure that's where we got that one. How about that? I love selling those Zippos. You ever find some old Zippos, especially with advertising on them, grab them. 40 bucks, free ship. The next item is the first of many, well, I don't know about many, the first of a few you're going to see over the coming days. It's these Jurassic Park shirts, which are absolute fire because they're from 1993, 94. I mean, you find, and they're new old stock. I mean, these things should be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but they're dry rot. I talked about them in a video the other day. And so if you're ever out buying shirts and you think you come across a mother load, it is well worth it to give a little tug on the shirt. You know, find a place down below or something and give a little two-fingered tug on it and see if it's just going to shred apart. Like Hulk Hogan ripping a shirt off, you know. I bought some pretty good shirts one time years ago. And I paid decent money back then for me to buy t-shirts, you know, $5 a t-shirt, and thinking I could get 30, 40 bucks, which is what I should have got for them. And they turned out to be dry rotted. And this is, oh man, 12, 13 years ago maybe, before vintage was really, really hot. And I mean, vintage back then was a little different, but you get the point. I was pretty happy with the purchase. I didn't even know there was such a thing as dry rot back then. And I shipped it out to somebody, and somebody, you know, literally tore it apart and said, here, this is dry rot, and sent it back to him. I'm like, oh no. Then I went and tested all the other ones, and sure enough, they were all dry rot. Black, it usually happens too, more than anything else, because of the shirt dye. And these are so good, though. There's a lot of them out there. If you just type in vintage t-shirt, single stitch, dry rot, you will see that a lot of them do sell. And most of them are selling on auction, and that's what I decided to do with these. They went a little higher than I thought, but I think that has a little bit to do with the fact that viewers were bidding on them. I was expecting to get maybe 25 bucks, 30 bucks for this one. It sold for 36. Like I said, it went to a viewer, went to James, viewer of the channel, fellow reseller. My wife and I have been watching your channel for the past year and appreciate all the tips and insight in the reseller world. I've been selling off and on for 15 years on eBay. Over the past 4 months, we've really tried to step up listing in our store, and we now have over 500 listings. Very, very cool. Well, thank you. Hidden Treasures 00001. That's five zeros. That was 36 plus shipping on that. And like I said, I was expecting to get around 25 to 30 for it. And then there's another one you'll see in a minute, and that one also went to a viewer. And I'm curious to see if most of them do go to viewers or not. And they are kind of cool, I gotta admit. If I was a t-shirt guy as much as I am a VHS guy, I think I would probably frame them because they're that awesome. I just love them. So, at any rate, I want to mention something really quick before I get to the next sale, and that is the changes to eBay. I've had tons and tons of questions, especially about promoted listings and the changes they're doing to promote it and all that. And I don't do a ton of promoted listings, so it's not going to affect me that much, but it may begin to affect me because it certainly looks like eBay is moving to a model that is a little bit different, and it'll be interesting. And I do have some opinions on it. I have some opinions on the specifics of the changes that are coming, but I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet because at first look, you think one thing and then you dig a little deeper, and I don't want to give out false information. So I've been digging a little bit, and you'll hear my opinion on that over the next few days. But in the meantime, If you've been digging into it because you do promoted listings, put your opinion down below and we'll read them. The next one I may be in trouble for. This came in the t-shirt lot, and it's my buddy Mike that we made that deal through, and I think he put this in here because he knows my wife likes Garfield, and somebody took a picture of it and listed it. It was probably my daughter. I don't know. Any rate, I don't know if I was supposed to sell this, Mike. If I am, I'm sorry. It's sold. I didn't know I even had it in here. It just came in here, I think, last night. They moved that thing in here. Any rate, that thing is awesome. I don't do windows. It did go to a viewer, so that's kind of cool. And it's going to be a Decan one. Well, I think that's what it says up here, Decan. And that one sold for good money. Made in Korea. It's definitely vintage. Sold for 30 bucks. So, really cool. Mike, don't yell at me. Do you remember last video we had like 1 viewer sale, and this one I think we got like 6 or 7. It's just a ton of them. So thank you to Chad. We love your videos. Garfield is so cute. I plan to hang it on the car rear window. Makes sense. We bought the Eeyore music box from you too. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate that very much. Look, it says repeat buyer. Thanks. The next item is something I normally tell people do not buy. But when I saw these, and I got them for like $1 a piece at a crazy and unbelievably huge buyout sale from somebody who used to buy storage auctions, and they were so cheap and they were really cool, at least for me, you know, historian me. I'll have to get them all out one at a time here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull them out of here and I'm going to put them on the Commonwealth Picker shipping table. Speaking of the Commonwealth Picker shipping table, I want to give a big thank you to Papa Tony 55 for buying plans over there on CommonwealthPicker.com. Check these out, y'all. McCormick Distilling Company, just the regular, you know, little decanter type things. They're usually not worth much of anything, but the Frontiersman here, this set is got some value to it. Probably would have done better selling them off, you know, when in doubt, part it out. But like I said, I'm trying to clear out a bunch of stuff, getting ready for garage sale season, and these are kind of big, and so we put them all in one lot together. Boone being quite a bit before the rest of these characters here, although there was some overlapping history. And Boone lived to be the longest, if I recall. I better get, yeah, Daniel Boone lived a pretty long life. Jim Bowie didn't live a long life at all. Crockett was a little bit more. At any rate, if you know, see 1836, 1836, they both died at the Alamo, of course. And Kit Carson's got an interesting history himself. Well, they all do. Bowie especially, boy, controversial and whatnot. But at any rate, that set right there sold for $100 plus shipping. All right, y'all, I got a big giant screw up to untangle, and I don't even know who did it. So I've told you before that I'm no longer taking pictures. My daughter's taking pictures, and Bubba's girlfriend occasionally takes some pictures, and we have even hired a family friend to come in for a few hours and do pictures for us, a bunch of the G.I. Joe. And then I'm still doing a good bit of the listing and doing a good bit of the shipping, but my wife comes down and helps with the shipping quite often, and every once in a blue moon she'll do all the shipping completely by herself. And also once in a blue moon we might have Bub's girlfriend come in and ship a few eBay items out, usually no more than 3 or 4, and it's the day after I film and we're gone somewhere or something. And I don't remember shipping these next 2 items, but I certainly remember putting them on this table, and I think I may have made the mistake that might have led to somebody else shipping it wrong. There's 2 G.I. Joes that day, and I'll throw them both up here, and I'm going to move these out of the way while I show you. I'll throw them both up here in this video, and, oh, geez, I'm going to break it. And these 2 sold, and they both had a figure with them, and so I found the figures, and I think I put the wrong figure with, or I put a figure with the wrong vehicle, and I switched them both. And so I got a message saying, hey, you sent me the wrong one. I'm like, well, if I sent you the wrong one, I sent you the wrong one. So I sent a message to the other person, and sure enough, that's exactly what we did. I hate that mistake so much because I hate unwinding it, and there's been crazy stuff happen in the past. You know, if you try to save money by not having them ship it back to you and then you shipping it out to them, instead just have them ship it to each other, it works. It can work. It's worked before. But in this case, they sent it back already, and the other person didn't. I'm like, oh, boy. So, you know, they have to do partial refunds, or you could just ask them to ship it here, and then you refund one of them, and it's just a mess. I hate it. If it was a cheap item, I just would say, scratch it. Here's your refund. Keep what you got. Here's your addresses, and you guys can switch it if you want to, right? you know, give them all their money back. But these were pretty hefty sales. And so I'd rather eat, say, you know, a third of the cost or something and keep the sale. So got one back, waiting on the other one, and I'm going to ship this one out to fix the mistake. I've sold some Starbucks mugs. It doesn't happen very often, especially when they're just kind of generic like this. But when they're generic like this, these aren't the most generic ones because they kind of got an interesting shape to them. Where am I going to put this? I don't have any space. I'll put it right there. So I just put them in lots of 2 because these are too big of mugs to ship out first class anyway. So if you put them together, you're going to ship them out for about the same amount anyway. So that's what I did on these. You can always check the dates on the bottom. They don't go for big money, but these sold okay, I guess. I think they sold for, how much did they sell for? $16 plus shipping, and I paid $0.25 a piece. So I think that's worth it. What y'all think? The next one I actually shipped out yesterday. I had a little special request and I was down here. I'm like, okay, so take a look. It's just a couple of, or not a couple, it's a pair of American Eagle jeans 3030. And we shipped those out yesterday and I don't even know what they sold for, but you're looking at it right now, so you know. And we're getting low on jeans, and I have some jeans in there, and Reagan has been the one taking pictures of jeans lately, so maybe she can get out there. I just had to pay her. She's making way too much money for a girl of her age. She hasn't asked for a raise yet, but that does remind me, I have got more messages lately from eBay. So eBay, I have heard, they've sent out this thing where they're encouraging people to send a message to ask for a discount, a best offer, because the item doesn't have a best offer on it, which is interesting. So I've got quite a few best offers lately sent to me, and a lot of times I'll just ignore them unless it's, you know, something that I think maybe we could do. And two of them use the same language. What's your bottom dollar on this item? So y'all remember when I picked up these candle snails? $18 plus shipping, or I think it's 18 plus shipping. It might just be 18. And that one, yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, it's actually just 18. But you know what? We got a whole box of them for like $5 or $2 or something. I can't remember, at a church sale last year. It's been over a year. And it reminds me of, y'all remember Neverending Story with Deep Roy playing Teeny Weeny and that racing snail. Anyway, 18 bucks going out first class. I think that's too big to fit in the 4x4x4. It'll probably go in the 5x5x5 box from Supply Hut. Check supplyhut.com, code Commonwealth, 5% off. Sort of when in doubt, parted out item, which a lot of people think I'm crazy. Y'all vote below. Just say crazy. You know what we're gonna do? I gotta announce my new sponsor, and I'm gonna do a giveaway today, just kind of in honor of this, because it's so cool. And I'm so thankful. Here it is right here. When in doubt, parted out item. This is Hungry Hippo pieces. And those, or fake Hungry Hippo pieces, but they're plastic marbles. But they have the exact right amount to do Hungry Hippo. And those sold for 11 bucks. Free ship. Y'all, can I just say something about my daughter real quick? I'm not going to show you all these, but this is our tally book. People always ask me what's in here. It's my tally book of how much the kids earn and how much we're putting into savings and how much we're spending and all that. And so let me show you this. This is their earnings money. And then, of course, they have their spending money, or excuse me, they have their savings, and then they have charity. So Reagan keeps track of this. But see her little hearts for February, and now March has started. So she hasn't written her clovers in yet. All right, y'all, the next one is another dry rot shirt. And this one is really cool because it's got a front and back to it. I just got to show it to you here. This one's going to Troy. Mountain Man Treasure. It also went for 36 bucks right here. And it's new old stock. Hanes Beefy Tee. That's cool, but let me show you this on the other side here. Let me just lay it on the back of this chair and you can see it right here. And it's got the tail coming out of the back. Troy, thank you, as always, for the support. If you haven't checked out Troy, go check him out on YouTube. He's got a great channel, Mountain Man Treasure. Go check him out. Y'all, the Commonwealth cabin has a metal roof, and it's raining out there. It's a little chilly in here. I might turn on my heater. But we had a N-Man sale, and these are, look, it just keeps getting lower. I keep saying I need to auction off one of these right here. There's a local estate company. I'm going to put their screen up here, their Instagram up here. Y'all need to go check them out. And just awesome. And she came across some Intamin the other day. Not very many, but a handful of them at a at a sale that she was at, doing an estate sale. And I think she held them back for me, which is super sweet. So we're going to actually be able to add 4 or 5, I think, to the mix, which is really cool. So it's missing the little bottom part of that F. Some of these last ones are going to have a few issues. Misfit Intamin. But of course, they still get things moving out of your eBay store. They still have those magical powers. So you need to get one green, you know, for St. Patrick's Day coming up. So that one went to a viewer, and I didn't see a message. I can only imagine it went to a viewer, Roy. I'm sure you are a viewer, Roy. If you left a message in the regular messaging system and I didn't see it, I am so sorry. But I don't see one on the purchase itself. We still appreciate you, and we hope he gets things moving for you. Sold a golf club. Must be getting close to spring. And this one went on 25% off because we've had it longer than a year. And so at 25% off, I probably wouldn't have bought it because it sold for $19. I probably paid a couple, 2, 3, 5 maybe. The reason it didn't sell is because it needs a new grip, and that costs a little bit of money unless you're re-gripping them yourself. And so sometimes you can sell the heads and whatever because people don't like to use, you know, they like to use certain shafts and whatnot. But oh well, it's still sold, and it's got such a small head on it, we're gonna be able to use the supply hut box, the 4x4x48. Might have to do an add-on. No, I don't know. What do you think? That's not 48 inches, is it? I don't think so. I think it should fit in that box just fine. And if it didn't, we just drop by the golf course every once in a while, and we pick up, you know, just ask them. Find a golf course near you and just ask them for some golf club boxes or bag boxes, golf club bag boxes. And most of the time they'll give them to you. So at any rate, $19-ish on that one. I think just a little bit less. So we're still gonna make 10, 15 bucks on it. Let's squeeze an update in really quick and a giveaway in before we get back to these sales. First, the update, the reseller rally is more than likely sold out by this point. The 150 tickets allocated were gone pretty darn quick. Now, at time of recording, I think John told me there was 10 left. But there's no way by the time this comes out that there's 10 left because they've just been selling so quickly. Now, he did say he's going to oversell it. He's going to sell more tickets than we want to sell because there will be a few cancellations. And so there may be some of those oversell tickets left by this point. If there are not, at this point, there is no waiting list, but down the road, there probably will be a waiting list. But we're not going to do that till much closer to the event because it's hard to keep up with. So, at any rate, thank you, John, for handling all the tickets. It's really awesome. This is hosted by me, by John, Cincinnati Picker, and Pete, Craigslist Hunter. It is a great time. The guest list is crazy. Most of the people, if you watch YouTube, you may recognize, maybe not most, there are a lot of really big name YouTubers that are coming, but there's a lot of great resellers that aren't on YouTube that are coming, and I'm excited about that as well. People you may not recognize, but I know as terrific resellers that I've gotten to know behind the scenes a little bit, and I'm excited that they're coming as well, and it's just going to be an amazing time. I just can't wait for it. I hope you got tickets, and if you didn't, you can go check it out in the last video. You can check this QR code, last video description. I might put it in this one if I remember, but I'll probably forget. But my link tree will probably still have it. You can always go check that QR code right there. Let's do a giveaway. Now, all of the bags that we had listed were sold out. I did keep some back that we were going to do auctions with, charity auctions with, giveaways to other creators that do their charity auctions. And I think what we're going to do, because I think it looks like they kept like 10 back, is we're going to put a few of them back up there. So if you haven't got a bag, go check it really quick. You probably will get in there and get one. But we're going to do a giveaway really quick because later in the show I'm going to announce a new sponsor. And so many things come to me, and I just don't have a chance to give back to so many of you. I try by purchasing things from you. I've been doing that a lot lately behind the scenes, especially with sealed VHS. And so we're going to do a quick giveaway in honor of garage sale season being right around the corner. And we're going to give away a Commonwealth Picker IKEA bag, and we're going to give away a Commonwealth Picker fanny pack right there. You can enter by putting real men wear fanny packs, even if you're a woman there. Or you can put, I don't know, what's funny about an IKEA bag? Just put IKEA bag. So you can enter both by doing two different things as long as I see fanny pack an IKEA bag in the comment, you'll be entered, and it won't be on the next video. We'll announce the winner on the video after that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give away a second set right here, but this is gonna be a weird one, so some of you may not want to do it. I'm desperately trying to catch Carrie American Arbitrage on Pinterest. It's kind of a joke because it's impossible for us to for me to grow on Pinterest, and I'm so close to 100. So go over there on Pinterest, follow me on Pinterest, and send me like a direct messages on Pinterest, and I'm gonna pick a winner out of the people who do that too. So we'll do 2 giveaways. So an ashtray out of the nameless bin. I need to put a plate on there. I stick some plates that people give me right back there, and I haven't put one on there. I have a new bin. I have another bin that needs one too. This is more than likely an insert ashtray right here, the amber. This is kind of weak amber glass. It's not that dark. It doesn't have that waffle bottom either, which is a little bit better. I mean, $1 or $2 better. These don't sell for much, but you can sell them as inserts or tabletop ashtrays. Cigar, because they're bigger. Always list the bigger ones as cigar and cigarette, or just cigar, where you'd have a smaller one like this would be a cigarette ashtray, right? And really the best thing to do is put them both in there, but these are cigars. Any rate, $10 plus shipping. Don't pay more than about $1 for them, but they're pretty darn easy. That one went to a first-time eBay buyer. It went to Sandra. She says, can't wait to receive the ashtray. Love watching all your channels, and I look forward to Tuesdays for the Trash to Cash podcast. I think it's 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. You are all awesome. Thank you. I assume that's... You can't be talking about Dave and Carrie. Gotta be talking about my family, right? Thank you, Kevin and family. There you go. By the way, not a reseller. Just enjoy watching the content. Thank you, Sandra. Hopefully you enjoy that, but not too much. We have a few more sales, but here is the next announcement right here. This channel, because of all you who watch this channel, has a t-shirt sponsor right now. I have a t-shirt sponsor, y'all. You know how much I love old t-shirts, retro t-shirts. I do love old ones too. But this right here, along with a lot of the t-shirts that I wear, I just have never mentioned the name of the company from 80stees.com, and they have now become an official sponsor of Commonwealth Picker. So not just really this channel, but of me. I wear these t-shirts everywhere I go, and it is awesome. And we have had sponsors for a while now, thanks to everybody out there watching this. This is all due to you guys, and I'm never gonna forget that. So if I ever look like I'm forgetting it, somebody remind me out there that it's because of y'all. So at any rate, thank you. But I have rarely been as excited about a sponsor as I am about this one. They have so many tees. They have thousands of tees over there, mostly 80s, but some 90s, going back to the 70s. I hope they send me a Blondie t-shirt next. That's what I want. So at any rate, they are rather pricey, okay? So if you go check out 80stees.com, I have a link below, which if you go through there, they can track it to me, and it means their money is well spent, right? Their t-shirt money is well spent, which I would love to happen, because I want them to send me more t-shirts, because I spend a lot of money on t-shirts. So any rate, you could go directly there and use code Commonwealth and you'll get 30% off, or you can use the link, because sometimes because they're pricey. I mean, $40 a shirt, $50 for some shirts, but most of the time you can get 75% off your second shirt. So if you buy 2, go through the link. If you're just going to buy 1, then you can use code Commonwealth and get 30% off of the shirt. So, and there are crazy good ones. There's some that you've seen out there. I've worn, I probably have 10 or 12 already. I just never mention where I get them from, because I wanted a t-shirt sponsor, and I've had so many people contact me. And to be honest, a lot of them end up not, when I always ask them this question, are you selling, you know, copyrighted stuff legally, trademark stuff legally? And then I go check up on them, and they're not, and that's how they can sell them so cheap. But when you're paying, you know, the trademark stuff, and you're doing all the right legal things, it can be a little expensive. But these are cool, and they're high quality. There's a guarantee if it doesn't fit. It's not some of the junk. Some of the stuff I get, you wash it 3 times and it's done. And so, any rate, I won't talk about it too much, but when I have an 80s t-shirt on 80stees.com, code Commonwealth, when I have one of those on, I'll mention that, and this is one of those right there. I absolutely love it. Sold this Fisher-Price truck right here, a little rescue truck. It was sitting there forever, if y'all recall. Do you remember it sitting right there? And then I moved it, and it's sold. $16 plus shipping. This one went to a viewer. Like I said, 6 or 7 sales to viewers. Actually, I'm looking at 2 inside that are viewers, so maybe 8. Y'all are just crazy, crazy nice to us. This one is to Roger from Charlotte. The Fireman 16 on eBay. There you go. So it makes sense. The Fireman 16. Well, thank you for doing that job out there for us. We appreciate you. Purchasing this fire engine for my own collection. Have thousands of firefighter collectibles and items in my personal collection. Retired from the Charlotte Fire in 2014. You and your family have given me inspiration and motivation to succeed in reselling. I just wanted to support your family with a modest purchase. Thank you so much for what you do. Roger, thank you for what you do. I sell stuff out of a shed in my backyard. You put your life on the line, and thank you. I got to show you something, though. And I'm not trying to sell you this, I promise here. I'd feel bad now if you bought it, but I bought this for $5 the other day at a sale. Totally unexpected sale that I didn't even have my camera on me because it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. I'm like, is that a sale? And I went to it. How cool is that one right there? That is really awesome. 1938. I don't even know if we've listed it yet, but pictures got taken because it's in here. So the pictures get taken whether it's my wife or my daughter or my son's girlfriend, or Jess comes every once in a while. They're taking pictures, then they bring them in here and put them in the right spots, hopefully. And so this one may not be listed yet, so I might have to list that soon because that's a cool one. Sold a Cobra F9 Speedback driver cover. I think that one went for 14 bucks right there. Looks like No Name's happy to have you in here. No Name's been sitting in this whole video. He's been so good, he just loves you. All right, what do you got?
Angela, Michael, and he has blue collar treasures on eBay. Patrick, Wesley, and Nancy. Sorry.
You got it. And Nancy's from Sholo, Arizona, which they got a bunch of snow up there. My parents used to live in Flagstaff for a couple of years, and most of those people got the last remaining bags, and we are going to post like 4 more over there, so go take a look. But some of them got mugs, and I think 1 tumbler and 1 trash to cash sticker, and there's a couple of names they wanted me to read their eBay store, so I'll do that in a second. But didn't look like No Name's going to have any of it. Look at that. No Name is the best cat ever. No Name used to live underneath the shed, and he was half the size as he is now.
Yeah, you were skinny.
Yes, he was.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Actually, I think it was Patrice, not Patrick. And Wesley is Halcyon, resale.com. And that's eBay. So if you go there, it goes to your eBay store, HALCYON, resale.com, and it redirects to your eBay store. And Nancy's Peculiar Rescues on eBay. Thank y'all. All right, my buddy Tim from the high school I used to teach at, UC Glass High School, he had a great idea for you. He said,
Ow. I'm sorry.
No Name's getting you. He said, why don't you have Turner help you open gifts when they come in? And that's kind of what this is right here. It's not necessarily to you, but you could be the person here in the future that opens the gifts and maybe reads the messages and stuff. And Turner wants to do Commonwealth comedy too, which he's good at. You have a Cars joke for us. What do you got?
So, in real life, Cars would have car insurance, but in the Cars movie, Disney Pixar Cars, wouldn't it be life insurance?
Because they're not really cars,
Yeah,
they're people,
yeah,
right? They need
they're
life
car
insurance.
people, whatever.
Very good, buddy. All right, let's go over here. Come on. So you tell me what that says on that sticker right there, and I'll show you what they got us. Look at that, y'all. You see what it says? Treasures.
Treasures. Oh, that looks like a...
It does. It looks like Neff, doesn't it?
Treasures
And wishes.
and wishes.
That's right. And their name is Ronnie. You see that? And they wrote us a really, really nice message, and they sent us this box. And I can't remember because I bought some off of people, and some people are just sending them. I think I bought this off of you. I think. And I don't have any Top Gun ones that are in this good a shape. This is not the original. If it was the original one, it would be worth a bunch. It'd have a little TV up here in this area right here. And I think the watermarks, yeah, the watermarks would still be there though. So anyway, this is an awesome one in awesome condition, and I really do appreciate you sending it to me. Whether I paid for it or you sent it as a gift, either way, I think I paid for that one. So y'all are amazing when you send me stuff. And Turner, you're gonna have to help me put this sticker up back there. You gonna do that for me?
Yeah.
It says follow me on eBay and Mercari, Treasures and Wishes. So do I have any? Yep, treasure and riches. There you go. Thank you very, very much. One more announcement. Trash to Cash Vegas Bash. April 21st, April 22nd. I think I have that right. You can check the QR code right there. It'll be the second link down, or you can check my link tree down below, or you could head to Instagram and find my link tree over there for those details. And it's $40 for a ticket, but that includes dinner. And I told Dave to buy y'all drinks. So I doubt he'll do that. But no, seriously, drinks are there. I don't think alcoholic drinks are for free, but drinks and a nice dinner, great hangout. There'll be a bunch of giveaways. I'll be there. Carrie American Arbitrage will be there, as well as Dave, NC Picker, NC Flipper, and a few other special guests that have committed to come as well. Sold another Snoopy Peanuts Wet n Wild Dog House. $10 free ship, but we got these for pennies. And a Nike's Philly sweatshirt. I bought this a long time ago, and it got stuck in our clothes and got just buried. I mean, I'm like 2 years ago, and I think it just got listed not too long ago. 25 bucks for this Nike old school Phillies sweatshirt right there. I think it's like a, I don't know if it's like a small or what it is. It looks like a small, but it did not go to Brian Big and Fun because you wouldn't fit in this, Brian. Any rate, hey, 25 bucks, I'll take it. Sold 2 of the 1095 NWO decal sticker things. These are awesome. 1095. Got these at the 127. Y'all remember this. I sell a bunch. There's a pile of them over here. Hundreds of them, to be exact. And we're putting them in that new envelope that we got as the eBay coupon thing, which you got a month to go. If you haven't used that eBay coupon this quarter, you probably should do. Wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, quarter, see 3. Yeah, you got 3 weeks before that thing runs out. Any rate, that's over $10.95, and both of them went to viewers. So I think we're up to like 8 or 9 viewer sales today. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Hey, huge fan of your channel. You and others helped me take the jump and start reselling full time 8 months ago. Appreciate all the good content. Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Almost forgot the second one. Jeanne. Jeanne? Did I say that right? Hello, Kevin. My husband and I are resellers and have been watching your YouTube channels for about 8 months now. We are excited for yard sale season. So am I. She says, Joe's a huge wrestling fan and we're picking it up to add it to the collection. And your eBay store is Tally's Finds. Very cool. Thank you very, very much. Hope you enjoy it. One last thing before we go. American Bubble Boy. Now I have my own little URL. It's AmericanBubbleBoy.com/Commonwealth. So if you just want to type that in, if you can remember it, AmericanBubbleBoy.com/Commonwealth. And we get a little bit whenever you make that purchase for American Bubble Boy. So we appreciate Joel and we appreciate you out there very much, and we can't wait to see you next time.